Hello fellow DJs from around the globe, I'm JP and this is my YouTube channel Real Life DJ, where I try and produce useful, interesting, informative and above all free videos for DJs, covering basically everything DJ related, from equipment and training through to your own DJ questions. In this video we're going to take a look at what is arguably one of the best live stream setups seen throughout the pandemic lockdown anywhere. If you've not seen DJ Rob Mullen's setup that he put together to entertain his friends, family and fans, then you've missed out. He has very kindly allowed me to put together a video running through his setup and me asking some important questions. Let's go take a look at the tour. Okay Rob, tell us a little bit about this setup then.
Okay, so heart of the whole setup, we've got the now nearly vintage DJM 800. Either side of that, Pioneer DJ Nexus 2000s. But incidentally, this originally on the first streams that I did during lockdown was a Pioneer DJ RX2, which I'm sure you've seen on JP's videos. Used to use one of those, but because I do like to do a lot of scratching and stuff, upgraded and went with the Nexus 2000s.
So that's because the bigger platters and gives you more feel like you used to use with your CDJ 1000s.
Exactly, that's exactly how it is. And then the daddies, proper Technics SL 1210s, 1210s because they're black, 1200s for silver. The Mark IIs, the original, you know, absolute stunning. And don't forget on the end of these, the all important bit. These are the original Autophon nightclub cartridges.
So Rob, what music sources do you use whilst you've been doing all this live streaming? So
as you can see here, there's the USB that has got a massive music library I've collated over years and years and years and years. But luckily with the Nexus 2000s there is a link cable between 1 and 2, so if you hit USB on that, hit link on that, your library is spread across the whole system. And then on top of that, I have, when I've realised that something isn't available on my library and I've dug out all my CDs, you can pop your CDs in the front of those as well. So I have been using those as well. And then on top of that, loads and loads and loads of vinyl. I've got shelves of it and I've been going through it.
I've seen a few of your live streams and you've actually been mixing from vinyl to the digital and between all of them, so it doesn't really matter. You've not been phased by anything there. It's just you've gone to whatever track you want to play next and you've mixed it in.
That's it. And even more fun, when I've actually started on the vinyl, people have actually started to comment, "Yay, it's vinyl time!" And I've had people whilst I've been mixed on the digital going, "Go on, get the vinyl out." So it's been really cool.
And although you have a lot of the vinyl on digital as well,
yeah,
people have still been they've been reminiscing. And,
absolutely. That has just been key.
Because them watching it on their phone or their telly at home, they're not getting a big difference, are they?
No, but also actually working with vinyl. Now, when I used to work in the clubs, when you had vinyl decks and you were getting the vinyl out and you were putting them on, there's a bit of theatre about it. Now, if you go completely the other way, where you just see some DJs just on a laptop and nothing else, they are literally squiggling their finger around their mouse pad, they're looking at their screen,
they're not engaging the dance floor. I know, I see that.
And this, yeah. and the vinyl really picks it up, and also using the real live platters as well.
Well, as you know, I do a lot of weddings, and a lot of the bookings I get from weddings is because I'm not using a laptop, I'm DJing properly, and they want that experience.
Yeah, that's right.
And so people have been able to share that experience by watching somebody actually do it all live. But somebody who's not just hooked completely on vinyl or on digital, you've done everything.
Totally, absolutely. So that's been a really cool part.
So while we're here also, Rob, looking at this, what other accessories have you got there plugged in?
All right, so the Sennheiser HD 25s.
I did a video about them recently, because it's 75 years since they were launched.
Now, I could actually go on a bit like Trigger from Only Fools and Horses, saying I've had these for about 20 years, but I don't think there's any original part, because with these you can change every single part of them. So I think these have been new about 5 times, but with the parts. And then of course my trusty old battered SM58, absolute go-to microphone with a switch on it, so you can always leave your mic settings live. And of course, because I've got vinyl, you have to have your vinyl cloths and your cleaners.
I did see you get quite a few comments in relation to you cleaning your disc. Some people who don't understand when you're playing vinyl, you need to clean it to preserve it. And they were giving you a little bit of stick in the comments.
And some of it I'd not actually had out for 20 years, so I'd pull it out, and it was, don't know where, all the dust had been caked.
Because they've always been clean when you cleaned them the last time you used them.
But these were filthy. I could literally blow dust off them. It's been like that, yeah.
Everybody will not have been able to miss, and anybody who's seen the live stream will know that you've got these absolutely massive screens behind you, and they've been very interactive what's spinning on them. So tell us a little bit about these screens.
Right, so these screens are, well, actually these are very large touch screens, both of them. This one here is the latest touchscreen now, and inside this as well there was a full Pentium PC. So as you can see on here, what we've got is, if I touch the screen now, I've immediately got my options here for what's going on with these. So I can literally open up a new, so let's have a look at the Saturday night one there. Here we go, just changed it. It's now back to the Saturday night stream, which was staying in as a new going out.
That does look impressive. So what size are those screens?
So these are two 65-inch screens.
Two 65-inch screens.
And if you'll notice, just so you make the image so that it's actually squashed into one screen.
Right.
And there's a little program called Pop Player, which I discovered, which allows you to take the HDMI out of the internal computer into the second screen, and then gives you the ability, so as it says down here, so down here it says full screen stretch, and I've just set them up to tell the system that it's got two large screens.
Okay, I need to make sure I remember to put a link in that.
So that's Pop Player, that's been doing that.
Yep.
So these are ProWise touchscreens.
One thing we're going to be asked, Rob, is what cameras have you been using for your live stream?
So front and centre, we've got a Canon EOS 600D with an 18-55 lens on. And over here, now this is going to be the strange one, if you can see above the screen here, ProWise do a webcam.
Right.
Which is also used for a lot of movement. It's very similar to the camera you get on the Xbox. But during lockdown, I didn't have access to any other cameras, so I had one of these, which literally USB's in, and
that gave the overall shot.
And so I've been able to use like it as a mixed cam, as a second cam, just so it keeps the feed a little bit interesting. So that's key.
Your sound quality has been extremely clear and crisp all the way along. I've heard a lot that haven't. So what's different, and why has your sound quality been so high?
So first of all, your monitor booth has got to be really good. So down here I've got a couple of HK monitors, and then just down there I've got an amplifier with it all EQ'd up, so it just works for me, so I can hear everything that I need to hear. But more importantly, the audio out of the mixer, as you see, coming out on two decent XLRs. Now they actually come over to the bit of a nerve centre here, and I've got a PreSonus Studio Live 32R digital mixer. Now this has basically allowed me to process the music, set it all up, and get that straight out and into the streaming software. So it sounds absolutely second to none. So that's something I've really pride myself on.
So you've had to go through, once you got the feed to that point, you then messed around with it?
Yeah, just basically made it sound a little bit sweeter, made sure that everything is sounding really crisp, and we've got all the tones coming through. And then don't forget, because this is a PreSonus digital mixer, I've then been able to output this on USB, so it can go directly into any piece of streaming software.
Okay, and your streaming software is running on the computer above?
That's it, yeah. So this is a ProWise all-in-one PC, a Pentium, and touchscreen and everything as well. So when I've been able to come around this side and quickly needed to do things, I don't even need a keyboard. But it's currently got OBS and Restreamer IO running, and Mixcloud and all the rest of it on there.
all importantly, tell us about your actual output to the various social medias and what social medias you do use.
Right, so if I just go back to my first ever stream I did, everything just fell over. I had people appearing on Facebook Live and there were a few hundred on there, and literally the whole system just fell over. So I needed to work out how I was going to do this properly. So I then went for OBS, and that meant that I could get a feed out to Facebook Live. Now bearing in mind here where I am right now, my upload speed is awful. So luckily within the wizard of OBS that was able to sort it out. Also there's a few gold standards that Facebook needed, so things like 2 keyframes a second, you're able to set that up in OBS. But then as it's progressed, I've tried to reach a larger audience, so I then employed Restream.io, which gives you multi-channel streaming. So OBS goes to Restream.io, and then you can go out to all your social media platforms from there. So currently it's set up to go to the Facebook Live Big 90s Night Out, the Facebook Live DJ Rob Mulliner, the Facebook Live my own personal profile so my friends can see it. On top of that, we now, every time we go live, we go to Twitch at the same time, and we also go live to YouTube. And just recently, now Mixcloud have started their new streaming service. It now goes out to Mixcloud as well. So just from that one feed from OBS that sorts everything out for you, then up to Restream.io, straight out to all of the platforms. And it's just been great fun trying to get that to work.
So, is there anything in particular on the OBS side of things there that you would say people need to know?
To be honest, once you've looked at OBS, there is a wizard on there, so it'll work out your optimum upload speeds, it'll work out your best frames per second, it'll pretty much sort everything out for you, and it's all to do with your own individual internet connection, because it's your upload speeds. You know, you might have mega download, but if you've not got a great upload speed, I've only got round about 5 megabytes per second, and that's really bad. But we've been able to achieve a 720p HD image and the audio at the quality we've managed to do. It's been great.
That, from my perspective as a DJ, was really interesting. The cost of the whole setup was something Rob was unsure exactly of at the time of filming, but he did say he'd put together some kind of list for me in the future and add it all up. I think it was probably over 15 grand personally, but whatever it was, I think it was worth it. Money aside, what did you think of that setup? What would you have done differently, if anything? I know that as a DJ, his skills are absolutely spot on. You just need to watch back some of his live streams on his YouTube channel and you'll see, especially as he had so many camera angles, the one above while he was mixing showed that no laptop, no sync button, and there was absolutely nowhere for him to hide. As you watch this far, you're in for a treat. Well, I think so. Anyway, as we've filmed a supplementary short video where I asked Rob about his DJing career. The link for this video is only available from this new video, and it's at the top of the screen now. I am going to also place it as the last bit in a few seconds at the end of the video as the only link. So you can click on there to get across, and be sure to check it out. I hope this video has been useful and informative. If so, please do drop a comment in the comment section below. And if you have any questions that need answering, then do send them to #questions. And you never know, you may just have your own video made on your subject. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. It's really appreciated. On a very serious note though, if you've not subscribed to the channel yet, then now is the time to do it. And don't forget to turn on that bell if you do so. And coming up now is that link to that other special video where I talk to Rob about his DJing career. So until next time, JP out. Don't forget to hit that video link that's coming up now.